Hey folks, Brad here with the Maritime Paintball Podcast, and this week we're starting off by cracking open a PB swag bag for the first time in a little bit, and then we move on to a really relaxed, laid-back, zero-structure episode, basically just shooting the breeze about NXL World Cup so far, which teams we're excited to watch play. Folks, this episode has almost no structure to it. It's just two guys shooting the breeze about paintball, so please sit back and enjoy. As always, we want to know what you think, so please reach out to us on social media at Maritime Paintball Podcast or by email, maritimepaintballpodcast@outlook.com. And now, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 310 of the Maritime Paintball Podcast. My name is Brad O'Dell, and with me, as always,
king of
I
paintball,
have
Thomas Castle. Baby. Still just feeling as beautiful as always, but goddamn, I'm gorgeous, so...
You look comfy. Are you wearing a house coat?
Fuck it.
Excellent.
Smoke a joint. I will drink my not soda stream water. And we're going to talk about the... oh my god, we have so many fun things. I get to gush about World Cup paintball. Fuck.
Did you ever think you'd say... Is that a sentence
No, I'm
you
pretty
thought
sure
you would
I would
ever
have
say?
used a derogatory slur for myself last year. This year, quite pleased about it. Kinda happy.
Right. It's once you get into it, once you learn it, it's sort of like curling. Once you know what's going on, it's actually a fun game to watch. If you don't know what's going on, it's like watching fucking paint dry.
Yes.
Right? So that's I've explained it to a couple of people and they were just like, I don't get what's going on. And I'm like, no, I know, but it's just this. I'm
totally
like
okay that you don't know
and...
what's going on. It takes a few games before I fucking figured out what the hell was going on, which is true to real life paintball with me. But anyways, we have to do we have to do business first, and then we can gush about all that fun stuff.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk World Cup. I got some PB swag bag stuff to show off, which I'm gonna do a little bit of a different thing, so hold on tight for that. And then we're going to talk about some products that got released at World Cup, and we're going to give our completely uneducated and technically pointless opinion on it. But before that, let's pay some bills with a word from our sponsors. DefConPaintballGear.com is one of Canada's premier online paintball retailers, offering everything from the most tactical of mag-fed gear to the most competitive speedball gear. Orders over $150 get free ground shipping. Some restrictions do apply, so please double check the site. And when you use the code MARITIMES, you save 10% off almost everything on the site. So what are you waiting for? Check out DefConPaintballGear.com. PB Swag Bag is the awesome service that sends you awesome paintball gear every month. For $37.95, they ship you a blue bag packed with awesome paintball gear. Everything from paintball gun cases to headbands and t-shirts. Sometimes it's even custom and only available through them. Head over to pbswagbag.com and use the code MPP10 to score 10% off your first bag. And if you don't like it, cancel anytime. There's no commitment. pbswagbag.com. As one of New Brunswick's premier paintball fields, Moncton Paintball offers everything from a walk-on to private parties, special events. Featuring the town of Mag Hill, a fully equipped playable urban paintball field, Mag Hill is packed. It's got cars, buses, trains, multiple buildings, some of them 2 stories, soon to be 3. Moncton Paintball is a field you cannot afford to miss. Find out more information at monctonpaintball.com. Big or small, all beards deserve to be treated right, and Artful Dodger Beard Oil has everything you need to treat your beard with the respect it demands. Artful Dodger Beard Oil has a line of soaps, balms, and oils to keep your beard clean, soft, and smelling amazing. Artful Dodger Beard Oil's products are handcrafted in Fredericton using only the highest quality natural oils and 0 preservatives. So head on over to ArtfulDodgerBeardOil.com and start treating you and your beard right. Tier 1 Armament, specializing on the tactical side of our sport, focusing exclusively on mag-fed paintball and airsoft, Tier 1 Armament can hook you up with anything from modern combat sports, Karmatech, Umarex, and more. From markers to soft goods, check out tier1armamentstore.com. And we're back. And I missed you all. So, folks, before we get going, we got a ton of shit to talk about. So much stuff. And I'm super pumped. So please, folks, share this out. Let's get this out there because I want people's opinions of everything as well. So, like, I want to know what you guys think. I want to know all that jazz. So first, let's do PB Swag Bag. Let's get this done, and not necessarily out of the way. Saying getting out of the way is kind of like saying that it's a waste of time. It certainly is not. But let's just get this done and out of the way. What do you guys think?
Yay.
Yes? Yay?
If I
Yay?
keep disappearing, it's
going
because I'm
forward.
looking for that stupid
Yay!
cat.
So, folks, PB Swag Bag once a month sends a bag to us. So, full disclosure, it is sent to my address and for me to review. And so far, I really like everything that they've sent. So, they do a really good job.
That's where I got that Bunker Kings thing, eh?
Normally...
Yeah, fancy.
Yeah, and I might have something else for you, too.
I felt really fancy
don't
when I
need.
saw I was wearing gear that the fancy boys wear. I felt real neat.
Yeah, right? So normally I would open the bag live on the air in front of everybody, and instead this time I've already opened the bag. I've decided, you know what, you guys know that I keep cracking these suckers open, but I really don't want to listen to all the crinkling and all the plastic because it's really loud in my headphones.
Ruining the fucking magic, Brad.
So first thing that came out of the bag, Lone Wolf Paintball. This is an athletic shirt. You can't see on camera, but this is like dry wear or you know what I mean? Like pull sweat away from you.
Very cool.
That kind of thing. Like athletic. It's like athletic. I can't say the word. Athletic wear. Very cool. Very nice. Very clean looking. Like, look at that. That's a sharp looking image. So that's cool. That's super dope. Loads of stickers, as always. Tons of stickers. All the stickers. Lone Wolf stickers. PB Swag Bag stickers. Stay Fresh stickers. More PB Swag Bag
stickers. Stickers are good. We like stickers.
Tons and tons of stickers. Dry Fit. Dave's got the word for it in the comments. It's called Dry Fit. That's what it is.
Is that Green Dave? Yeah. He would have the word. He's a sharp lad, that one.
And then we got the Exalt nipple cover. Because only in paintball do we want to cover the nipples. But
I don't. Free the nipple. Free the nipple.
Free the nipples. So for those that don't know what this is, this basically sits around your regulator, and then it just clips over onto the fill nipple. Just pop, and it protects. It keeps dirt from getting into your fill nipple, which is a big deal. You guys actually should, if you don't pay attention to that, you should clean the dirt out of your fill nipple before you put high pressured air and just shoot a shitload of dirt into your regulator or into your tank.
So what you're saying is just clean your nipples.
Clean your nipples, folks.
Heard it here first.
Make sure to rub them. Make sure to keep them clean. And Sean Kelly out there, hashtag free the nipple. I say free the nipple. So as I like to remind people that with PB Swag Bag and any other loot bag, I am always big on quality over quantity. So there's only 3 items in this bag. We got the T-shirt, the Dry Fit. Thank you, Dave. We got the fill nipple cover, and then we got this badass looking piece of kit. This is going to be, I think this is going to go to you, Tom.
I'm curious.
As soon as I open all the Velcro stuff.
I do like Velcro. I'm a simple kind of man.
It's really, okay, this is kind of hard to show, but it's an infamous paintball. It's a barrel sleeve.
Oh, fuck yes. 100%. That is something I could use.
The barrel sleeve. Yeah. So you put the barrels in, right? Insert the barrel here, and then fold it up, roll it up,
and off your barrels go. Oh man!
And then your barrels are nice and safe inside this nice neoprene.
That's perfect for the boomstick.
Barrel sleeve. So super dope. Right, exactly. It's perfect for the boomstick. Also, can we talk about the fact that Infamous is just dropping shitloads of awesome gear all of a sudden? It was like whoever's running Infamous was just like, folks, we have a brand. We need to brand shit. We need to make shit. Let's do this. And then they did.
And it was good.
So this is awesome. It's simple neoprene. So, I mean, it's not heavy. It's not bulky. It's going to protect your barrels, especially if you've got real nice anodized or real nice like ceramic barrels and you don't want them getting chipped or trashed.
I'm not going to lie. I just want a place to put them because I tend to shuck I'm pretty hard on my gear, so...
Right? You got to stop stuffing those barrels.
Have you know, I am a classy gentleman. That's all I have. I'm not fucking finishing the statement. Sure. You guys can go from there. Use your imagination, your purse.
I am also very surprised that it's not like the green, black, and white that every Infamous has been doing with everything. It's red. It's a little different.
Sucker.
So I'm digging
I'm
that.
a sucker for red.
It's not a bad thing. I'm digging this. I'm digging this. So I have one barrel and it's on my gun.
I have far too many barrels and Yay!
So this is yours, Tom.
Thank you, PB Swag Bag, for sending really cool stuff to Brad. Y'all, you just...
Yeah, to the podcast, and it's just easier to ship to my address. So that's super cool. So, folks, if you want to get into the PB Swag Bag goodness, head on over to pbswagbag.com and use the code MPP10. Score yourself 10% off the first bag. Think of it as like a bit of a trial. If you love it, let it keep rolling. If you don't, cancel anytime. There is no commitment. And, let me know. If you get one and you really don't like it and you're like, this motherfucker said I was going to like it, you can text me, message me, tell me. Be like, man, you lied. And I'll be like, no, I didn't.
Then we're going to agree to disagree, but we'll get there.
Right? But, And, so go check those guys out, and they do a great job. And Lone Wolf has been doing a phenomenal job looking after the PB Swag Bag stuff. So in the comments, Christopher Struck, first of all, Dave says there are a lot of people who should cover their nipples. The community would appreciate it.
Fuck no. Everything's funny or nothing's funny.
Free to nipple.
Free all the nipples means
Exactly.
free all the nipples. You can't be selective about whose nipple gets freed. That's a slippery slope, my friend.
You know what, Dave? Just because of that, the next time I see you, I'm just gonna cut holes.
Just take my shirt off. I don't give a fuck.
And it's gonna be
I have
just
no shame
my
anymore.
nipples. No. That's the best part. Is he's saying that you got to cover the nipples.
I'm
gonna cover
the
everything
nipples.
but the nipples.
Just free them.
Just to spite you, just pure spite. And then Christopher Struck, did you hear about Dynasty's Champions Club they came out with? I did not. Might have to look into that. Dave is giving me the internet equivalent of just staring at me disapprovingly with the 3 dots in the comments. ...
No, there's a shirt under here, I promise. I thought about it, but I thought that we have to maintain a certain level of classiness. Can't even say that shit and keep a straight face.
I don't know. Ever since the episode years ago when we talked about Pornhub, I don't think we've ever been able to get classy.
I still say that's a good streaming service. I mean, the company has made some terrible choices and done some pretty bad, some pretty shitty stuff. But in terms of reach,
it's true. It's true. I'm a big tech. Okay, slight tangent. Big tech nerd here. The fact that as soon as the PlayStation 4 launched, and everyone was like losing their shit, they're like, the PlayStation 4 is like the first game console to come with a web browser. Pornhub was just like day one, the website's optimized for the PlayStation 4. Like they were on it,
as they should
So-
have been.
right? So Christopher's telling me that this Dynasty's Champions Club, it's like a limit of 200 people pay $100 a month for super exclusive products and a chance to win something like a practice and then full custom force and other stuff. That seems super cool. $100 a month is a bit much for me. I'm gonna have to look into that.
I was gonna say that's a little eep stay for me.
So I mean, I guess when it,
I love the concept. Like it's the Playboy Club all over again. That's awesome.
yeah, I'm good with the concept of it. I guess when it's compared to like if you look at the PB Swag Bag here in Canada, because the PB Swag Bag is American, it's like $60 some Canadian. So I guess you're really only a little bit off from that. You've really got to like the product
And the content in this case.
$100 a month. Yeah. I mean, I guess in the end, maybe $100. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe $100 a month isn't terrible if you can afford it. If you can afford the PB Swag Bag, you probably afford $100 to Dynasty. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into it. I'm gonna have to research that. And see what that's all about.
I guess my question here is, do you want to give Dynasty $100 a month for the chance to go, sounds like, I like gambling. That sounds like low odds gambling. I'm not a fan. No. I don't want to give people money for nothing. Of course.
I'm Googling it now. And there's absolutely no ways to hunt this down. I'm gonna have to go dig somewhere to figure this stuff out because I'm quite curious about it.
Don't tell our secrets, Bradley. Somebody from fucking Infamous just slaps one of us in the back of the head. Shut the fuck up. You'll give away the secrets.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, man. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look into that. We'll report back onto it next weekend, I guess, because I feel like trying to dig into this is going to require not a ton of research, but there's a lot of posts and stuff because of World Cup, so we're just going to have to ignore it. They were talking about it on the Spick and Span show. Okay, cool. We'll have to go hunt on that, dig into that, and see what it's all about.
All
now,
right.
do we want to talk products first, or do we want to talk, or we should let you just go nuts about everything that happened? Because I didn't get to watch the World Cup today because I had to fucking work.
I'm sorry, I'm a provincial employee. No, I really am sorry, I'm a provincial employee. My asshole could fit that can.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking that, man. It's awful. But what wasn't awful? The fucking day 1 and day 2. Day 1, I didn't get to watch as much, but today I had a quiet day, so I said fuck it. I sat here and I watched a pretty well full day of goddamn paintball. Holy shit. First of all, we learned things. Baby Bear, there's a motherfucker out there that's like our size. And he was playing on the world stage.
Yeah, man. What team was he part
if
of?
I can remember. Not gonna lie.
Oh, okay.
I may have been partaking a little bit in my day, so to remember. But dude, you'd know him if you saw him. Like you said, he's built like me. Like, he's a big fucking dude, and it's not the Russian kid, because Sunshine that's a big boy. That's a big fucking lad to have coming running at you, firing a weapon. Pants shit.
My thing that terrifies me when you see the big lads run, because it's not the fact that the big lads are running that's terrifying. It's that I know that those bunkers are only held down with pins. If that motherfucker
I watched
slips,
a bunker just go tuck, and I went, oh fuck, he's going through it. I'm like, wait a minute, you're allowed to do that shit? Or how the
apparently AC Dallas. Christopher is telling us AC Dallas is the one with the big lad.
I was thinking Sacramento, and I knew that wasn't right, but he's impressive too. I mean, he went to the big can right off of home, and then would kind of work his way forward. But I'm also glad that when we did the little event at Moncton Paintball a couple weeks ago, we used that layout, and we got to play that layout. And we did three man on that big fucking layout, and you get lost in it. I want to do it again, and I want to do it with 5 man. Like, that would be fun as hell. Watching the dudes dive into Snake and just like...
It does look fun.
Nope, I'm going to stay right on that Dorito side, because that seemed to be the way to go. And there were dudes just fucking running. And holy fuck.
So I'm noticing about this layout this year is that you can't sit back. You can't just sit back. Like, yeah, you can lock down a lane or two, but it seems like there's a lot of fighting at the 50. There's a lot of people getting past the 50 and shooting to the side. Like, there's a lot of like cross-field eliminations happening, and it's a lot of move or die.
Yeah,
kind of
paintball. Even
if it's backwards too, right? Like, we're seeing a lot of tactical retreats happening. Seeing a lot of guys get into firefights and then backing off into a bunker and then, making them come to you.
I thought that was really cool. That there were definitely guys making tactical retreats. That there was no option. Like, if the guy didn't back off, he was gonna get smoked, and there was no other alternative. I'm genuinely like fucking blown away at the athleticism of these guys. The money.
Mm-hmm.
Brass tacks from the salesmen, boys and girls. Holy shit. The money that is being spent there is absolutely just fucking mind-boggling. The amount of products, the amount of people, of support staff, cameras. God damn.
It's crazy, man. It's great. Like people talk about, like, And I think this is a great topic for. Oh, we haven't had this conversation with you and I.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna table this one for another day because we got a lot of stuff to get to today. But this is for another day. But I am very much we need to have a conversation about the line between sport like business and sport as a passion. Because a lot of people blur the line and they suddenly go, well, if you're really passionate about the sport, you wouldn't charge as much money. Yeah, we're going to have that conversation.
I think we're going to land
and I
on
want
the
your
same side
opinion
of
on
the
it, which I
fucking
think I already
coin.
know what it's going to be.
I love Moneyball.
I know, and that's what I'm excited for.
Love Moneyball. So yeah, man, it's
Dave's out there. He's just like, yeah, it's 5-star paint for like $30 a case.
They were flat out being like, don't waste the paint, boys. We know it's free, but come on now. That is some beautiful paint.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Is like a lot of these teams are getting like the top teams. Those boys, there's money coming in. The teams are paying some of these players, if not all of them. The paint is paid for by somebody else, like by the team owner or by sponsors or sponsorship, yada, yada, yada. But it's just amazing to see when you run an event like NXL World Cup and you go to a paint supplier, you go to GI and be like, I need like 15 tractor trailers of paint. Invoice me. But I want a deal. You know what I mean? Like when you can commit that, I'm pulling numbers out of my ass here. Like 15 transport trucks is probably not right. But when I was at a game with 1,200 players at Ottawa, and they brought in a transport truck from GI Sports. The paint was kept in a temperature-controlled truck. That's how much paint was needed. It was ridiculous. It was stupid how much paint we were shooting. Now, that was a big game. That wasn't competitive speedball where these boys are launching 2 cases of paint a game.
I couldn't believe the...
Right? When you start getting into these massive amounts of like these massive orders and you're like, man, like this is NXL. This is NXL going, I need this much paint. You know what I mean? Like if you go to a customer, so, okay, give you an example. A can, a pop can, right? I know how much these cans cost. So, because I used to work for a beer company. So, to go and buy one of these custom made by itself, just one, is not really an option. It can be done, but you're looking at about $3 to $4 for a single empty aluminum can. But you order 6,000, 10,000 or more, you're getting into like 15 cents. You order what like Coke and Pepsi order, and it's not even a real number. You know what I mean? Like you've got to bill by the pallet, not by the can. It's amazing. It's just, it goes and goes and goes and goes. Yeah, and like Dave Fraser in the comments is saying, he's like, some of the pros from HK make $80,000 a year. Easy. Ollie Lang was paid $100,000 to switch teams.
I was about
not
to
even
ask,
his salary. Like,
do these motherfuckers mow the grass? Do these motherfuckers, like, are these guys losing money to go out there and play every weekend? Can I call Kevin? Will he get in on this call and yell a little bit more? Because I'm gonna smoke. But
probably,
seriously, though,
but I can tell you the top 5-6 teams they are paid
because I would feel bad for those Legion boys. Not even because they're just having a shit time with their visas and stuff, but just getting a flight and all that bullshit. Like those motherfuckers may be getting paid.
No, they get sponsorships. Okay. So like, you know, well, like you see sponsorships happening at like, you know, at the little level, like down with us, right? Like you see some of the boys there, and it's just like, what are your sponsorships? And it's just like you get a deal on paint, or maybe you get free entry. When you sponsor a team like ML Kings, for example, or Dynasty, or actually Dynasty is like kind of
I think they seem to be a tier of their own.
Let's say
like
Dynasty.
Ferrari.
They are, because they're
okay.
They're
I got that feeling from them.
Rafters.
Even though they weren't the best team.
That's like sponsoring that's like going to going to them is like the equivalent of trying to like go sponsor the Maple Leafs. Go see what it's going to cost you to sponsor the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah.
That know what I mean? That kind of thing.
No.
You know, it's just a stupid amount of money. So it's there is money in paintball. It's for the 1% of the 1%. That's where the money's at. You know, like that's hands down. That's what it is.
FIA doesn't pay Kimi Räikkönen that much money, but the sponsorships that those guys make in their cars, that's the money is okay. Clearly, the money's where sponsorship. I was more curious, like what kind of are they making money? They're making money.
Top teams are for sure.
Teddy, goddamn.
Yeah.
Goddamn, our Ted Exotic, he was giving me shit because I was like, I have no fucking clue I'm cheering for. I honestly picked the guys with the brightest colored jerseys that made me laugh. And every interview with the Legion guys makes me fucking laugh because those guys are hilarious. Not because their accents, not because they're Russians, because they don't care.
Fuck. And they have this like, it's not that they don't care, because as soon as they step on the field, they're literally
that's different.
trying to kill you.
That's a little different.
But like when they're interviewing, they're just chilling. They're just having a good time. They love being interviewed. I can't believe I didn't write down, and I totally forget who it was, but one of the coaches was interviewed. The guy was a complete asshole.
Coaches tend to be.
I can't remember who it was. Yeah, this dude was like, he was like 100% like, this dude watches videos on how to be an alpha male. Like he was just like, we don't need the fucking glory from you people in the live stream. We don't need the fucking glory from the audience. We're here for the sport. And I'm like, all right, sit down there, champ. You're 6.5 feet tall, hollering at a 4.5 foot tall girl.
Asian girl who's doing a fucking report. You leave her alone now, motherfucker. You're not impressing anybody.
Right? I was listening to this guy, and I'm just like, fuck. I wish I'd remember what team he was on. Anyways,
that's a side tangent that we'll go in for another day.
Yeah. Actually, it'd be a good show. How to be a good coach. We should do that one again.
That one, I'm kind of lost on that one.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'm not a good teacher.
No, it's all good.
My poor child. I swear, he's fucked. Yeah. The hard way, like we all did. Right. Yeah, I was. So Teddy, what I was bitching about Teddy is that he gave me shit because I picked the guys with the brightest colored jerseys that made me laugh, and that was the Russians. That was the Legion, because they don't give a fuck. But my fucking Christ and Sonny Jesus, Edmonton is just slapping the piss out of everybody. Just looking at Edmonton, being like, "Fuck it," just even the commentators by the end of today were just like, "What the fuck else do we have to say? Like anything? No, nothing." They're awesome. Right. They keep winning. They're probably going to win this. Probably. Unless they completely shit the bed or somebody decides to turn it on and actually swing their dick. I'm pretty sure that suits. I'm pretty sure he's going to win. But I would love to see them in the Legion. Just the way they shoot is just... okay. Yeah,
it's going to be exciting, man. I'm hoping. So I typically root for Edmonton, just because they're Canadian, or at least part of the team is.
Yep. I mean, yes, there's that part of me that has to cheer for them.
But then I've always been a huge fan of the way that it's a toss up for me. I'm a big fan of AC Dallas and the Russians and the way just from their play styles. The fact that they're getting up in each other's faces and slapping the shit out of one another is, like, metaphorically speaking, but like is just they're fun to watch, and I think that's kind of why I root for them. So if Edmonton moves on and wins this, I'll be ecstatic.
Oh, hell yeah.
But if they get knocked out, I'll be excited to watch AC Dallas and Red Legion play. Ted Landry's out in the comments. X Factor baby, let's go.
See, he shows up after I compliment him. What a dick.
I mean. Right, exactly. X Factor. I mean, oh man, I'm a big fan of. I mean, honestly, like all of the top teams. San Antonio X Factor is a good team. Like watching them play, they do some really cool shit. They play really well. They're aggressive. They tend to play smart. I found X Factor was a bit more of like. They were fast but methodical. Like they took their time when they could, and then they burst of energy when it's needed. You know what I mean? It was sort of like watching X Factor would be like off the break, boom, they're in a bunker. And then they're there for a minute, shooting, looking around, yelling at each other, trying to figure out what to do next. Boom, next bunker, sit for a minute. And I mean, not a whole minute, but you know what I mean? Like they're it's not just a panic.
That was something Ted, who was giving me pointers after we had played, had said the same thing. He's like, don't panic. Like, these guys don't panic. They just sit there and they chill. Pop, 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 and they're getting lit up. He's just, it's all good, man.
No, if the balls aren't hitting you,
don't
don't panic. Like, pop, 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 like, right? You know what I mean? It's really hard to do. I struggle with it. I try really hard not to panic, but it happens. And Matthew Sean out there, he's all about Heat. He wants to see Heat win. Houston Heat.
They
played
cool.
really well. The one match I got to watch
today.
They
were fucking awesome.
was with
they have
Heat.
some personality on them,
And
those guys. Like, they were ripping shit. They were fun to watch. Sacramento, those low-tier teams, I love those guys. Because some of them I'm just like, don't do that. Why do I know not to do that? And why the fuck are you doing it? Like,
right. And why is it working?
Well, let's say that they're 100 pounds. Some of them are probably within 75 to 100 pounds lighter than me. So those skinny little fuckers, I love them, watching them jump shot, and then they make one, you get one or two, and then they'll make the third one, and they get fucking smoked. And
first one's to sight you. Second one's to judge distance. Third one, they already know where it's going before they jump.
When they come up for the third one,
it's
I
like
can
the
hear
old,
Ted laughing because he just waits for that third time they come up and bang, right between the eyes. And it's like...
Yeah. Ted's saying Billy from X Factor played for Strict. Like, Strict Union? That's wild. I didn't know that. Fuck, I have to look into that. That's wild. There's so much fucking history to catch up on, and I just don't have the attention span. Maybe I will soon. Maybe through the winter I'll be able to get all my ducks in a row. But yeah, one thing completely unrelated to play and to what was going on today. But can we take a minute just to talk about NRG's jerseys? And the fucking like gray jersey with which looks like a green basketball jersey, copied and pasted onto the front of it, and it didn't even line up on the shoulder.
Fucking notes, because I had so many notes from watching it and sending you shit all day. Yes.
Like, NRG needs to fire their graphic designer. I'm sorry, I don't care how well you play, but those jerseys
it looked like a fucking crappy tuxedo shirt.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. I was like, that's perfect. That's exactly what it is. It looks like the tuxedo t-shirt. And I mean, like, yeah, am I kind of shitting on a professional team jersey?
Yeah, because it looked like shit.
Yes, I am. Right? Everyone else's jerseys look fucking dope. And then those guys come out and I'm like, what is that?
10 a.m. What motherfuckers? Oh my, Jesus Christ, Houston. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about, but I was really excited. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm going back. I've been watching ads all day. What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, that's something else too. We need to comment on the World Cup, specifically Go Sports, not just World Cup, but specifically Go Sports. Was the fact that, like you mentioned, every fucking ad looked
like
the
an
same.
epic car commercial.
Every time one of these companies.
Oh my fuck.
Yeah. Every ad looked the same. I mean, it's great. It's awesome that there's a streaming service that shows professional paintball, and there's a way to slam some ads in there, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's not just photos or videos from Facebook or any of that bullshit. It's a legitimate way for companies to promote their product to somebody who is a specific direct consumer of your product. That's a paintball streaming service showing paintball products to paintballers. It's a marketing firm's wet dream. Every fucking ad looks like it was made by the exact same videographer on one afternoon.
Yeah, oh my God. Black background, slow pan, drag all the way around. We broke down the ad before the show because it's just like, they all look like car ads.
Yeah, every Facebook ad right now is the same thing. It's fade in from black with epic music. It's epic music. Like, epic scores.
Like a Christopher Nolan.
Fades in from black. It pans across.
Christopher Nolan wrote the fucking ads.
It pans across the product super close, right? And if it's not the camera panning, it's a light panning, right? That the camera sits still and the light illuminates parts of the product. And then you go to the product and it's spinning slowly, and then it's fast, and then it's back to slow, and then you zoom out quickly, and it's the product. And then it's just like, and it finishes. That's every fucking paintball ad. So, not that I'm
Fuck it, I'm
critiquing. I'm
critiquing, I
just
don't give a shit,
laughing
it's
that
funny.
there's definitely...
You pay. The podcast pays for a
Exactly,
subscription
it's
to the
just- it's
service.
quite
well, fuck
obvious
them. We
that-
can make
that-
fun of them if we want. We're paying for their product.
Exactly. One company made a video, and then every other company went, I want that.
I want that. Yep.
Like, it
Yeah.
was,
Nailed
I
it.
want that. I want that one.
Fuck, what else? The Russian and their beautiful fucking gun that you showed, their marker that you sent me with the R2. Yeah, just... Yeah, gimme. I don't need it, but my God, I want it.
The Red Legion custom die M3 Plus with matching custom R2.
It's so gaudy, and I love it.
Yeah, so Sean Kelly, the V-Force's dog shit Grill 2.0 ad could hardly see what the mask looked like, right? Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, a bunch of photos ended up surfacing of the mask. There's a couple of guys wearing it on the field, so you can see the mask in action. I'm gonna hold judgment on the Grill 2.0. I gotta see one.
I gotta see one.
I gotta see it in person. To be honest, I'm kind of a little bit low key expecting more. I don't know. It felt like they were like making a big thing about it, like 14 years in the making, and it's just like, boop, and you're like,
it has a clock in it.
Smaller grills.
Like, what the fuck?
Right? Like, it was just like...
Yeah, I have... Again.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The grills are a great mask. It's just like... I don't know. Can we get 14 years, man? Like, if you're going to tell us it's 14 years in the making, can you just...
Still less turnaround time than Duke Nukem. and about the same amount of impact in terms of change. I keep looking down here.
It's true. It's true. 100%. So, I mean, am I an expert on masks? Fuck no. Do I know what I'm talking about? Not entirely. But I can tell you that I was low-key disappointed when I saw it, and I'm like, maybe it's one of those things I got to see in person for it to like have its real impact. You know what I mean?
See what it does. I would punch a small child for one of those. Not necessarily my child, but
I love how it's not. I love that you didn't say not my child. You said not necessarily my child, which means that there is still a chance.
I love my child. I don't necessarily like him every day. Notes.
You know what? I think that's something that I feel like that's the kind of thing that like a legitimately good parent says. You know what I mean? Like if they don't say that, they're lying.
Yeah. I would agree with you there. Like fuck you, you're a lying piece of shit. Bullshit. Let me see here. The blue side, yeah. Everybody who was attacking from the blue side for like half today was just smashing assholes, and it was beautiful.
I wonder if it's now in that part of the world. I wonder if the sun has anything to do with it, because there's like especially you see it on Sunday near the end of the day, and you see the shadows on the bunkers, and you're just like those poor bastards who have to look directly into the sun.
They're in Orlando, so yeah, absolutely.
Right.
If you're playing from 8 in the morning, 8:30 their time till 2:30, 3 o'clock our time, paintball hours. Yeah. Absolutely. There's a point where that sun is hitting you right in the fucking eyes, and I'm betting you it was red side looking blue, and they were losing them in the sun. That has to be it.
Probably. That's when you need the fucking built to win shit from Virtue on the
your fucking Nelly
cheeks,
stickers.
Man.
Yep.
Yeah, my Nelly stickers. Which
oh god, the announcers were bitching about refs. Because they were running over and checking a guy.
They're always bitching about refs.
It was only, I think there may have been like 2 calls that they missed, and I didn't miss it. I didn't notice they missed it. It was the crowd that was screaming at them. But there was a point where there was like 2 refs checking a guy, and he's trying to see around the refs, and he just gets shot in the face. He's just clearly not happy about the situation at all.
It's a fine line between checking a player and completely impeding
there was
his
like
ability
once,
to play.
Maybe twice that I saw where that happened, and I was like, fuck it. There's.
We did see. I did message you. We were watching at the same time and just chatting back and forth when the Russians definitely spun and shot
100%.
after he was hit.
100%. Yeah, totally.
100% spun. and got away with it. And the ref definitely missed that.
There was definitely a point where the ref was watching the game. If that makes sense. I don't know if we were talking about that or I got stoned and I was talking to somebody about that, about reffing. And that was something I was talking to somebody about that, and they're just like, that's something that happens, and it's not a shot against any refs we know, but it happens. You're watching a fucking great game.
You get caught up in it, man. You get caught up in it, and you got to kind of keep that, like, it's almost like the best paintball refs are people who don't like paintball.
Actually,
like, we need to hire
actually, the funniest ref we had was that little girl that showed up. Chrono's little sister showed up and refed a couple games, and then Sean shot her. You shot a little girl. Ooh. It was an accident. It really was. It really was an accident before he fucking comes over here and whoops my ass.
That's funny.
We had some fancy. What else? I'm trying to think. Sorry, I've been gushing because I had so much fun watching this. I'm shocked. It's not 7-man, and it's not 2008. Thank God. I'm just like, wow. So from what I'm gathering, the late 2000s were a dark time in paintball. Okay.
Yeah. So that was like, I wasn't very into it then. When 2008, I was playing woods ball. A lot of woods ball, not paying attention to speedball at all. But from what I gather, from what I've learned, 7-man was very much like off the break, one dude to each corner, shoot a shitload of paint, 5 dudes up the middle, shoot a shitload of paint, nobody fucking moves. Yeah, that was.
I feel like that would be a little on the dry side.
It was the
I'm
NPPL
not shitting on
day.
the idea
that
because
like,
I think 10-man is almost too much, and I can see why. Well, it's 5-man. What's better than 5? 7. Okay, we'll try it. Fuck it.
It's a different style of play, right? It's a lot of paint. You got to lock down the lanes, and then it's a matter of where I find 5-man is a lot more aggressive, and it's a lot more. You make a lot of moves really quickly. 7-man and 10-man, it seems to be a lot more like you make a lot less moves, but you wait to make your move.
Yeah,
I think is the best way to put it.
Yeah,
that's from what I've seen, anyways. But I'm also not an educated idiot, so I mean, whatever. Yeah, but so far it's been good. And there's 2 more days. There's still Saturday and Sunday.
My dad is gonna take a fucking beating tomorrow.
Yeah, today's Friday.
I gotta be up at 6:00 and be on and go to work for 6:30. So I'm just like, all right, so make sure my phone's good and charged.
Yeah, I gotta go to work I gotta be to work tomorrow at 10, and then hopefully I mean, on one part of me is just like the professional side of me is just like, fuck, I hope my store's busy and I make a bunch of money, and then yay. On the other side, it's just like, fuck, if I have no customers, I can watch paintball. There is a 2-hour window, though, at my store where there is myself, my full-timer, and my part-timer, where I may or may not just wander into the back and be like, yo, fuck off for the next hour and a half.
I am your boss. I don't play that card very often. Fuck off.
Yeah, I have paperwork to do for the first time since I took the job.
Clearly, these employees aren't paintball fans, and if they are, fuck you.
Yeah, more or less.
Fuck you.
I could probably get away with it, honestly. I'm just going to put my phone up on the desk and just watch the games. That's if my boss is watching, this is a joke.
Yeah.
Fuck, that'd be funny if my boss was watching this. That'd be hilarious.
Until Cookie finds out, then you'll fuck.
So there's more stuff coming. Next week, we're going to do a whole World Cup recap. We're going to talk about, because Sunday, I'm off all day, so I get to watch the finals of the World Cup. Yeah, so very excited. I'll be able to at least watch, like, the gold cup, like the gold medal game. Like, I'll be able to watch the game that everyone's going to be talking about.
It's the last. It's the big player appreciation game at Moncton on Sunday. So I'll have my phone out and trying to find that one spot with good Wi-Fi and be like, all right, fuck off. Y'all can go play some TDM. I'm gonna sit here and smoke and watch this shit. Oh, yeah. Josh, give me the
Way to do
Wi-Fi
it.
password. Let's go, bud. Can't be missing this.
Give it a Wi-Fi password. So we've only got like 15 minutes or so left. So before we go on to the products, let's talk about some products. I want to give a shout out to Patreon
You read
supporters
my fucking
because
mind, baby.
I forgot to do that at the beginning.
I was sitting here thinking, we got a second. We should really tell them that we love them and we appreciate them. And my God, how beautiful they are.
Absolutely. So big shout out to the fine folks over at the Patreon supporters. They're absolutely amazing. So we got, and I'm not putting the names up on the screen because the graphic is all sorts of fucked up. So anyways, but big shout out to Kurt, Matt O, Matt S, Dr. Rush, Ryan Burke, Alex W, Tony Survey, Tony C. Still blown away that Tony is like the longest standing Patreon supporter since November 15th, 2017.
He loves us. He really
shit.
loves us.
That is awesome. He does, apparently. Or he's forgotten that he is like, his credit card is just being billed $1 a month. So if you were like the kind-hearted individual and you're just like, oh, I could do $1 a month or whatever, just head on over to patreon.com/Maritime Paintball Podcast, and you can join the Patrons. And we are working over the winter. We're going to be working on a ton of great content that will be Patreon exclusive. I'm not entirely sure what that's including yet.
It's not an OnlyFans.
Something cool is going to happen.
It's not an OnlyFans.
It's going to be only beards, and it's going to be just shots of my beard. Not even me. I'm just going to take super close-ups of my beard. And then like there'll be like some months it'll have like crumbs in it, and those will be like the dirty photos. And then
well, I'm not gonna lie when I tell you that my penis just retracted into my abdomen and hung itself. That's something I can't unsee.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, moving on. Big shout out to the Patreon supporters. Thank you so much. I know we really do appreciate it. Like, really do. And we're working on some content for you, some cool stuff. Maybe thinking we're looking at launching a rotation of merch coming soon. So maybe we're definitely going to do a discount code for the Patreon supporters.
Yep.
That's a definite thing. It's just a matter of getting the right merch and getting it lined up and getting it ready to roll. And so bear with us. Now, let's close out the show. Let's talk about some products. Let's look at some cool ass stuff, shall we? So, folks, if you're watching, you can see the screen. You can see the products on the screen. Now, this isn't everything. This is just kind of the stuff that caught my eye and I thought was super fun. I wanted to talk about. So Infamous, we just talked about Infamous doing, some cool stuff and launching a ton of products. They put out a modular duffel bag, and which I thought was fucking cool. And when they first said modular, I was like, I don't understand. But if you look, you can weave molly through it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, so that's that. And it's totally collapsible. It collapses down flat, which is super, super cool. I don't have a price for it. I don't have a price for any of this stuff, guys, so don't ask. It's just super neat to see some stuff getting launched. And they were showing this off at World Cup, so very cool. The idea that you can just sort of like clip carabiners to it, weave some molly stuff through it, make it the way you want is very cool to me. There we go. The M3 Plus, the Dye M3 Plus, Red Legion edition with the Red Legion R2, like with the rotor on it. The marker looks dope as hell. The hopper, I'm not a big fan of the blue. I kind of wish the hopper kind of had some white through it. Like if it was white, blue, and red, you know what I mean? Just a little bit of white, like their jerseys. That would be
behind the Red Legion name, a smattering of white. So you've got the red star on the white.
Yeah,
just
like
something
a streak
little
or something.
Not much, but I wouldn't kick it out of bed for eating cookies.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely. Like if somebody's just like, hey, we're going to give you this whole kit. I'm not going to be like, dude, this is bullshit. I'm going to be like, this is fucking great. Because it is. It's an awesome, awesome looking kit. It's just, Damn, that's a lot of blue.
It's very blue.
So, but it is what it is. I mean, it still looks phenomenal. So, and you know what? Now that I say it all out loud, I think so. The gun itself is silver, red, and blue. I'm willing to bet they took they went away from red, white, and blue because red, white, and blue.
Yeah, because then it looks a lot like Houston. It would look a lot like Houston.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So maybe that. I guess that makes sense. So they did. I'm okay with that. That totally makes sense to me. This is a product that I don't really know if it counts as a launch. Also, the photo, I apologize, is not that great. That's just the one that Push put out. But there's a Push limited edition mask that was available at World Cup. They said it was for pre-order. They had 100 pre-orders at World Cup. That was the limit. So, I mean, it's not bad looking. It's just, I don't know.
Again, I don't know the legacy. I don't understand why a paintball mask has a legacy. We're not gonna dwell on my being an old man.
No, it's just, I don't know. I'm looking at it like, don't get me wrong, it's a nice design. It looks great. It feels like it's I don't know. The crosses, the little X's on it, with the black and the gray. It's a great looking mask. I'm just not sure if I would I don't know if I would stampede over somebody.
I wouldn't punch
to get to it.
Someone's child for this. Would I punch someone's child for it?
Exactly. No. Speaking of definitely not punching somebody's child for it, the Force Grill 2.0. The V-Force Grill 2.0. This is one of the photos. This is the side shot. This is like one of the official photos that was taken. Kind of, I don't know. I think I'd have to wear it. Maybe it fits amazingly, but I'm kind of just...
Yeah, again.
It's a great looking mask, but it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's all black. Maybe the fact that the launch product was an all black mask was just sort of like... I don't know. I thought I don't know, with all the ads and the way they were teasing it.
No,
I thought it'd be...
No. I have a giant ass melon. And I get shot in the face a lot, in the jaw. So I don't know how much coverage I'm going to get down along the line for me. So,
yeah, I mean, they were talking about the lenses are easy to replace, which is kind of mandatory now. If you make a mask that the lens doesn't easily pop in and out, then you're just failing. They said they redid the venting so that it's better breathability, more communication. You don't yell into your own ear kind of thing. So again, I think this is a mask that has to be worn to be truly understood. But I don't know. I'd have to wait and see. Until then, I guess I'll reserve judgment, but I don't know. I thought when you're teasing the ads as 14 years in the making, I thought there'd be a bit more.
Sean would still punch a child for one. Good man, Sean. Good man.
And yeah, as Chris said, it's backwards compatible, which is cool and all, but it's 14 years in the making, and it's just backwards compatible. What? HK Army Shocker. So the HK Army Shocker, they released this at World Cup. It's a great looking gun. I don't know if I would go out of my way to pay specifically for an HK Army Shocker. I would go out of my way to pay money for a Shocker. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not 100% sure if, I don't know. It just seems like don't get me wrong, it's a great looking marker and it looks good as hell. But I don't know. I'd have to see the price on it, I guess. And if it's a lot more than a regular Shocker, I'm out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Sean Kelly. It's like a regular Shocker, but $300 more. It's great. It looks sharp as hell. I love the look of it. But I don't know. I feel like if you're a hardcore HK Army fan, that's for you.
Yeah,
but it's still really great looking.
I have no allegiance to this HK Army, so
yeah. And then this last photo. This isn't a product that was available at World Cup. This isn't something that was launched, but it was something I saw and I thought was absolutely ingenious. Yeah. This dude filling pods. This guy is using you ever been to like a candy store and they've got the little self-serve candies by the bag or by the pound or whatever, and you just like pull a lever and it dispenses candy.
I love it. That's
what this is. It's a food dispensing bin. I think it's also like similar to what you'd see at a hotel for like cereal.
That's probably where they got the idea.
Like for cereal.
Well, fuck. There's one guy that went out with like 16 pods. So
yeah. So this thing is just like pull a lever, fill a pod. Pull a lever, fill a pod. Pull a lever. You know what I mean? And it's just you're just dumping bags into the top of it. It's ingenious. Honestly, it's a great idea. I love it. I think it's amazing.
Oh my.
The Reflex Cocker was launched. I missed that. We're going to have to go look into that. We'll talk about that next week, I think. I will look into that. Or he's already looking at it. He's already looking at it.
Anyways, moving right along. I'm looking at. I'm just being snooty now. I mean, I got a good look at the one that the gas man was carrying a couple of weeks ago, and that thing is just that old. It just looks like an old autococker. It's not. It's brand fucking new, and it's
right.
Oh, beautiful. What else we got?
And like Christopher saying, Vulcan bought APX paint out. We did see that. I was going to talk on that just a little bit because I don't have all the details yet on it. I know there was a press release and they talked about it. What I'm curious about is that in the press release they specifically state by buying out APX paint gel capsules is the company APX Paint. This gives Vulcan manufacturing capability in the United States. I thought Vulcan paint was made in the United States anyway, so I'm confused on that. I feel
like
looking
I've
into that
been
one
lied to
because I'm a little bit confused about it. I thought all Vulcan paint was made in the States, and maybe it's made in Canada because I know GI's factory is up here in Montreal, and and so I don't know, and I might have just missed something there. I might have misunderstood, which is fine. But it is very cool to see Vulcan basically buying a paintball factory, gel capsulation factory, because they're not just making paintballs there. They're making all sorts of cool stuff. And it's great. It's a good business move, I'm sure. I'm sure Gino wouldn't make the move without it being a good one. And, I'm hopefully this doesn't change the quality. Hopefully, if anything, it ups the quality, because I feel like personally graffiti has kind of wavered for me. I'm not sure.
Not quite what it was.
Yeah, but the hard part about paint, though, is, and I mean, like, you could shit on a paint company all you want. I know a lot of people are like, GI is bullshit, and other people are like, Vulcan is garbage, or vice versa, and they're just like, Vulcan is the best thing ever.
And I grew up in the fucking, during the console wars, man. Nintendo's better. Sega Genesis, it's always been that way, man. Whatever. Right.
It's but at the same time you got to look at how's the field, how old is the paint? How is the field storing the paint? How are you using the paint? How did you store the paint? How did you know what I mean? Like it was the paint allowed to get really really cold and then warmed up really really quick and got all deformed? Was the paint sitting at plus 30 for a week in a truck somewhere? Like you don't know what the paint's gone through, and it could just it just could have taken an absolute shit.
There's no way to really know.
Because I've been to fields where you could tell the paint was stored in like basically a shed, like with no air circulation. It wasn't rotated, and the sun beamed down on that motherfucker for like at 30 degrees for a week. And the paint is like
clunk clunk clunk.
So it's not always the paint manufacturer. Yeah, it's not the paint manufacturer's fault if the field doesn't treat the paint properly. When my Mini was acting up and I was chopping paint, I didn't blame the paint. I was like, man, my Mini's acting up. Like, this isn't the paint's problem. Everyone else is shooting great. This is obviously the Mini. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe this won't affect anything. You know what I mean? Maybe nobody will notice. And it's just another manufacturing facility for Vulcan.
Paint might get cheaper because it's made in North America. It's made in North America. I mean,
maybe. I mean, GI is made in Montreal, though.
Stop saying crazy things. We live near a refinery. I live an hour and a half from a refinery, and gas is fucking $1.50 a liter. Eat my ass.
Right? Oh my God! Fuck. Tim Banks posted a photo. He was just like, it was like $3.30 a gallon, and it was a little sticker of Biden. He's just like, I did that, and I was like, all right. So let me quickly do the math here. And y'all are freaking out over a gas price hike to $3.30 a liter or a gallon. That equals out to let me see. In Canadian dollars, I pay $5 something a gallon. Like, so you can kiss my ass.
You pay about $5.
Like, people freaking out over $3.50 or $3.30 a gallon. We pay $1.47, $1.50 for a liter.
1 liter.
I'm buying an electric. That's my next car. I don't care. I'm gonna get one of the crank radios to fucking power it. Like,
I'll pump that shit myself.
Yeah. I'll put the fucking cat on a fucking treadmill. I don't care. I'm getting an electric.
Fucking hamster.
Just an army of them. A fucking army of them. So
and on that very strange bombshell.
Yes. We're out of here. So, folks, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for hanging out and chatting. Matt Sean's already in. There's the Trudeau tax. We're not getting political, damn it. We're out of here. Thank you so much. If you don't have any questions, concerns, comments, grassroots,
dirty thoughts,
let me know. Send them to me. Text them to me. Send me a text warning me that it's coming, though, because then I don't check my phone in front of people. Yeah. Whatever. Send me those. I don't care. I'm just going to post them and be like, this is from so-and-so. What do you think?
No dice.
And we'll publicly shame you. But no, seriously, if you have questions or comments or if you have a topic for a guest, let me know. I was already talking to a gentleman by the name of Andrew. He's going to help. But he's already helping us get an indoor field owner-operator on the show in a couple of weeks, which is going to be really great because it's going to be winter here, and that's the only way we'd be able to play.
God.
And next weekend is going to be all about NXL.
Sorry.
World Cup. We're going to be talking about the Sunday game, which at least I get to watch. And then the week after that, we've already got the guest lined up. I didn't tell Tom about this yet. We're going to be having a gentleman on who's making legit packs of cards.
Oh,
like
fuck off! Seriously,
and like
so cool.
Yeah, and like he's like printing and sealing them.
Dude, they're
like
going
foil.
Fucking ape shit over them. He's got a great. Oh, I can't wait! I'm so excited.
I know, it's phenomenal. It's super awesome. I can't wait to talk to him and find out like where the hell this crazy idea came from. And I want to know his process and everything because they are. Legit.
Dude, they look like Upper Deck,
made.
like something we would have collected when we were kids, like before the age 100%. Of the Pokemon.
Yeah, back in the day when we collected fucking hockey cards and baseball cards.
Oh my God, yeah, okay, this is gonna be fun. I can't wait for that. Fuck you people, this is what we're doing because I can't wait to hear this, to talk to this cat. Like.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And then after that, we're going to talk about, we're going to do indoor paintball. And then after that, we'll figure something out. And then we'll go on from there. So we got a lot of great topics coming up. And that's about it. So we're out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out and chit-chatting with us. It's been a blast. But we're out of here because... you
got to see Cookie, and I've got to go see Mrs. B.
I'm tired.
So, fuck yeah.
All right, folks, we're out of here. It's been a ton of fun. Until next week.
Bye.
Cheers.